Okay, so good evening, wherever you are listening to this. My name is Craig Blanchette, and I'm a optimal health coach, and I'm global director with Take Shape for Life, part of Team Global. And it's really my pleasure to bring to you this health coach huddle or health coach training. Tonight, we're going to be going through JumpStart, the February 2016 edition. And as we get started here, we do this once a month. It's the first Tuesday of every month. And what we really are trying to accomplish here is sharing with all of you the new life that we're finding and the new people that we're helping, the new coaches that are coming on board that are going through our health coach training program and learning to be a health ambassador, really to be a health coach to help other people find some balance and rhythm to their life. And it's an honor to do this as a vocation. I've been doing it as an amateur most of my life, and it's wonderful to actually get paid to do healthy things and to help other people learn healthy things. It's really just an honor. And so we do have a health coach apprenticeship program that you can go through and get certified through the School of Villanova, if that's something that you want to do. And but actually, I want to bring on Dean. Dean is a client of mine that I've been working with for a couple of years, and he joined our team. I've been in a Bible study with him, men's group, for a while, and then he joined one of our challenges, and then slowly warmed up to the community and said, "Wow, this is pretty great." And then he decided to go through as a client and work with me one-on-one. And I got the privilege of working with Barb, his wife. You think Dean's great, you should be Barb. And and then, just Dean, we just started talking about adding this health to his life, and he started adding not just physical health, but he wanted vocational health and mental health. And so, Dean, it's a pleasure to see you here, and I'm so thrilled. I know the journey it's been to get you here. So I'd love for you just to share with the rest of the gang here a little bit about the changes you made and kind of where things are at now and maybe where you're heading.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for putting me on the spot. No, I love you. I love you too. No, it's really, I'm kind of celebrating and kind of basking in this spot because it's been a long time coming. It was over a year ago, I think January 3rd last year is when Barb and I first started the program with you. And since I've been able to not just get off, but maintain my weight into a place. This is the first year, for example, I've been close to sub 200. Usually I'd start cycling, my hobby, 215, 218, 225, whatever. But I was using cycling to control my weight and living in other ways that was really unhealthy. But most of all, the change I had to make was a job change. And that was a tougher one. I had to live through some really challenging times. But I'm just really thankful to say that I found a job that fits. I get to come home, have dinner with my wife. I'm not working 3 to 4 nights a week. But it was something that was very important for me and for my family, my wife, because I've been doing it for so long. And it just brought on some of the unhealthy things in me that I know I just had to get away from. So I'm just happy to be back and hiking.
Good to see you, Dean. I'm glad to be here. It's interesting because we think about how does the Habits of Health program change? How do we talk about healthy finances and how do we actually do that? Well, some people become health coaches, right? And sometimes that changes your finances and sometimes that doesn't. But for Dean, we had to talk about his vocational health, and the job that he was at just wasn't cutting it anymore. He wanted more health than the job would provide. And so he applied for a different job at Intel. It has him home in the evenings. And that's one of the things I wanted to showcase of what we do as health coaches and what we do in this program, that we champion those kinds of things. And people really do make changes in their lives, really do get healthier. Even if they aren't, full-time health coaches, right? So I know we have a couple guests on tonight. So if you have a guest on here, this is your first time, why don't you introduce if you know, I know Dawn, it says Carol, but I know you're Dawn. And so Dawn, how did you get here? And tell us just a little bit about yourself.
Well, I got here through Carol's cousin who lives up in your neck of the woods, God's country. Actually, the other corner of the state of Washington. She lives in Walla Walla. But Carol started listening in on some of the huddles and things like that, and I caught ear of it. And the thing that really caught my ear most was when you were talking about low glycemic. A little bit about myself is I'm 64 years old almost, and I'm diabetic and just type 2, and just recently was put on insulin, and I am looking very forward to shaking that insulin pen coming up real soon. Yeah. So I just got my first box of food to start the 5-in-1, and that starts tomorrow morning. And I'm looking so forward to it.
Yeah. Wait till you see, like, fast forward 14 days and you're just going to be like doing pirouettes on this.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be bouncing off the walls around here, and you'll have to try to settle me down from up there.
Yeah. Well, I'm thrilled to have you join us, Dawn. You're welcome to this community. And it sounds like you're going to fit right in many ways.
And thank you, Martin, for our meeting tonight, and getting me started and straightened out on the route to go here.
You're welcome. It's going to be exciting working with you.
Oh, awesome. Yep. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to jump in. Any other guests that we have tonight? Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to jump in, and we're going to go through our training here. Let's see here. We are going to go to desktop number 3. Now, can you guys see a big screen that says JumpStart? I assume you can. You can, Dawn? Okay, yes. Good. You're my eyes and ears. So welcome to the JumpStart, everybody. This is where we jumpstart February by celebrating the successes in January of the previous month. As we get started here, I want to talk about a little bit about defining ranks. When we first become a health coach, we have just the title of health coach, right? We haven't actually helped anybody, and so you call yourself a health coach. When you achieve what we call senior coach, that means you've actually helped around at least 5 people, and then your total volume is $1,200. It's a number that they associate it with a certain amount of people getting healthy. And then manager would be 2,400 in frontline volume, or roughly 8 to 10 clients. Associate director is what we call 3 points, and that would be 1,200 times 3, that'd be 3,600. Then you got 4,800 and then 6,000. Now what's real interesting is you can actually just work with clients, and that would be, just the client support ranks, but you can actually do a blended system where you can actually work with some coaches. And if you have a senior coach, which again, that's a coach with 5 clients, well, then you can do a little blending of the points. So you could have 4 points with volume and 1 point with a senior coach, and you can make it 5 points. What we find is the 5-in-1 program works great for our weight loss program, but the 5-in-1 program we noticed actually is the same rhythm. 5 clients, and there's 1 coach in there. About 1 out of every 5 clients actually has a desire to help somebody else become healthier. And so that's what happens here. The 5-in-1 program works. Sometimes we do it's a 4-in-2 occasionally, where you have 2 coaches will come on board and want to learn how to help other people. And out of every 4 or 3, 4-in-2. Yep. So that's a little bit about, so when we talk about senior coach, we talk about director or executive director, now you have a little bit of a perspective as to what that means. In the end, the more points you have, the more people are getting healthy is basically the way it works. And so that's a simple way to kind of think about it. So next up, we have rank advancement. So this is a pretty cool slide here. We've got a lot of people that had a new rank. So we have Joanna, these are last name first, Jennifer, Angela, Beverly, Tiffany, Joanna Mitchell, Mickey Reynolds. She's part of Cora's team. By the way, Cora's in labor right now, and she's going to have her baby here any minute. And so Cora's not able to join us tonight. But Mickey went from senior coach to manager, so that was really exciting. And then we got Kim Rogers, Sarah Rogers, Kristen Rogers, Regina. So we have quite a few people that have new ranks that they, so they're helping more people than they ever have in the past. Next up, we have new coaches. We had a ton of new coaches join our team in January. Unbelievable. You can probably look and see if you can find your name there. We got Kathy Ladd, she's on tonight. John Leifheit, he's on. Debbie Lunst, she's similar to Dean's story, where she was involved in 2 or 3, 4 challenges. Finally, she became a client, and now she's a coach. Casey McAllister, he's one of those guys that's joined our Zoom workouts. Cora, actually, different Cora, the one that's on tonight, she's been joining us on her treadmill and working out with the gang, and that's been quite a blast. Gina Schmidt, she came to our January 9th event and said, I'm in, I got to do this. And then Dean Woltz, he is a part of Linda Benson's team. And so that's pretty exciting. You guys met John a couple, actually he was on a little earlier, but he's still working his JOB, so he's listening on the side. And then executive director and beyond. So these are folks that are making Take Shape for Life more than a hobby, that they've decided to help a lot of people and potentially build a team. What the interesting thing is that an executive director, you're helping at least change 40 people's lives. So all of these people are really, it's pretty much an honor to be in this list, and you're invited. I want to know that each one of you is invited to this list. You just have to build the skills to be able to help a lot of people. And I'm telling you what, it is a very satisfying and fulfilling career path. Let's begin. Linda Benson, there we go. Daniela, she's part of our normal team here. We've got Cora Lewis, Alex McMillan, way to go, Alex. Mary Pallon, way to go, Mary, you did it. Love that. Team Stewart and Team Thompson is in the house tonight as well. And so welcome all you guys and congratulations. These aren't first time. These people have hit these ranks before, but these are the folks that are really have decided to make Take Shape a big part of their business life and are helping a lot of people in the process. So congratulations, all of you. This next category is called our 8K Club. And so $8,000 in frontline volume is probably 50 people, 40 to 60 people, somewhere in there. And so we have Team Thompson. I think this might be the first time Team Thompson has been in the 8K Club, and that's pretty darn exciting. So welcome and congratulations for that. We have our 10K Club here. So these are folks that are probably 60 plus people. And we've got Team Curley, Daniela. We have Team Prestonbach and Team Stewart in the house. What's up? So super, super excited for what you guys are doing. Here's a really fun number. So this is October, November, December, January, right? So this is when I look in this is actually a very humbling number for me as a health coach, because I started out with just a selfish desire to change my own health and to lose some weight. And then I decided that it might be a part-time income, and then it turned into a full-time income, and then it got real crazy, right? And so this is when I look back out of every coach and every client that's part of my health family. These are all these dollars, every 300 roughly dollars represents one life that's changing. So October, we had a record month, $294,000 in volume. So you divide that by 300, and that's roughly the kind of people we're talking about here. And then November went down a little bit, and December went down quite a bit, right? But look at the jump from December to January. This is an all-time record of $15,000, $315,000 in volume there on our group volume. And that is unbelievable as a health coach and as the leader of this team, to see the skills you're developing and how you're practically caring for people. People like Dawn, that is just so pumped and excited and just is not accepting the status quo anymore, and is just going to come alive, and super excited about that. We have our healthy sugar shot. So this is a where you can go in and take a picture of the weight that you've lost, and you can tag yourself. So that's something you may want to do. And you can put hashtag COH, that's Crave Optimal Health Sugar Shot. I want you to remember to do that if you haven't taken a sugar shot yet. It's a good way to represent the weight that you've lost. And people will ask you about that sugar diet you're on. It's kind of funny. And here's our incentive trip. Here's a crazy thing about the incentive trip, is this was so successful that we oversold the hotel. They ran out of rooms, so they extended and had to have a second week for all the people that earned the trip. And quite a few people on our team. Now, all the results aren't out yet, but we know that the Preston Box, the Begins, the McMillans, the Fernandez definitely won, and the Rogers and Mitchells and these. And I'm pretty certain that Linda and Martin both qualified as well. I know that they were watching their points right down to the last minute. And so Linda and I were having conversations, I think it was 2 to 3 a day, where we were recalculating her points. So that was kind of fun. And for those of you that have hit executive director in the last 3 months, you qualify for what we call Go Global. And Go Global is, I think they should change it to Grow Global, because you actually grow global by growing your skill sets and by learning really how to help a lot of people. And so at a global director, the average income is around $19,000, I think, a month. That's the average. And an integrated global, I think it goes up to a really crazy number. I think it's $54,000. And I'm not talking an annual salary. Oddly enough, I'm talking about a monthly salary. And so Take Shape for Life rewards its coaches very, very well. They run a very lean operation, so they can pay people to actually make a difference in other people's lives. And it does make a difference. And so this is in February 25th through the 28th in Baltimore. And if you're not going yet, I would highly encourage you. I was able to get a airfare for less than $300 round trip, and bunk up with three or four other people in the room, and the whole trip is less than $1,000, you know. And not to mention that, but it is a tax write-off. So if you do qualify as an executive director, I would encourage you to come to this advanced training. So that's Martin checked it out. About 1,500 lives being transformed. 1,500 just in January. How crazy is that? Hi, Carol.
Hello, Carol. Oh, I'm muted. No, I'm not. Hello, Carol.
Yep. No, we heard you. So at this point here, I wanted to, some of you may have some comments about the slides or the rank advancements, maybe a few questions. Maybe you want to comment on Dean's story or Don's story. So I want to just toss this back to you guys to, first of all, or lastly, is the last comment I want to make really is thank you for caring about people. And thank you for working hard at what you do and for being professionals. Because, I mean, think about it. If it was just your life that was changed, that's pretty important, right? That's you. That's where you live. It's your life. But look at all these other people that are getting a chance at health and experiencing this community because of what you're doing. You're learning how to tell your story. You're learning how to ask good questions. You're learning how to do three-way calls, and all these silly little things that add up to lives changing. I don't know about that, but that's just super exciting to me. So any questions or comments you guys want to make here? I want to actually talk to Linda a little bit. And is she still in? Yeah. Hey, Linda, tell us how excited you are about the trip. I know she is, by the way.
Oh, man. Well, I'm not lighting up a cigar until they say I'm going. So I have on Friday to really celebrate. So, but I'm so pumped, you guys. I never thought I would ever earn something like this. This was never even on my radar to get to do something like that. And the best part is, I really learned. Oh yeah, thanks. I'm gonna guess that was from Jeremy. I will not forget the whiskey. Trust me. It's upstairs, actually. A healthy whiskey. This is low caloric, non-alcoholic whiskey.
Okay.
Anyway, no, it's awesome, and you just balance out loving on people and taking care of them, and practicing being more bold when it was necessary. So
Yeah, and you qualified, I think, for 2, right? So it's you and Jay are going to be able to go on this trip.
yes, yep,
That's
absolutely.
Awesome.
Taking my man.
Totally awesome. And then Martin, you qualified, or you're pretty sure that we got a few more days before the final calculations are in. If you didn't earn the trip by December, we have to wait until they calculate all the points for January. And those points were only associated with lives changing. By the way, it's pretty kind of neat. And we get to earn incentive trips and go spend time in neat places with other neat people. And so, what do you think about this whole thing, Martin?
I was kind of excited. In January 15th, it's kind of like, I'm not going to go. That's okay. I'll just worry about helping lives. And then you and Terry dissected the business, and okay, well, maybe we can do this. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually closer than I think. And I'm pretty confident. Well, I shouldn't say pretty confident. I received a Facebook message from Terry. So even though the results haven't come out yet, she may be in the know.
You got it.
To get one from her is kind of like, wow, okay, maybe she just
Yeah.
goes,
Let me talk to you a little bit about what we're part of, this community. So Terry Miller is part of our support team, right? And so she's a health coach, right? She's been coaching for 13 years. So out of I think there's like 12, maybe 13,000 health coaches. So 4,500 of those coaches she's responsible for. So I'm just talking about the crazy idea that is. It's a big number. And she calls me and she says, okay, Craig, by the way, I'm in the family tree. I'm 10 descendants from her, right? So I'm I'm a great cousin. Like normally you wouldn't even know someone 10 generations removed, right? And another thing, our compensation plan only pays her for up to 5 or 6. So there's no value personally, monetarily to help me do this. And she calls me up, she goes, okay, who's close? Let's check your team. I'm like, okay. So I went through and we checked every person that was close. And Martin and Linda were two of them that we checked on. And we're like, okay, so what do we, she spent like probably 20 to 30 minutes per person and calculated out all the points and figured it all out and told us, here's what you need to do. They need to help this person and they need to help do that, and then they'll do it. And then I, called up Martin and called up Linda and said, hey, here you go. Here's what you need to do. And they're like, okay, let's go help some people. And they went to work, and people's lives got changed because they wanted to go to San Diego. How cool is that?
well, and for me, part of that was a few months ago, I had met Ruth, and she's coming back from some trip on the Oregon coast and joins the last health games on the last day that she could join. She's texting me from her car, can I still join? Yeah, here's the link. So she joins. and enjoyed it so much that she was inspired in this one, invited quite a few people and have some friends join, which we got to meet Don and Carol and have an awesome conversation with them. Which was one of my last people that I needed, or which, let me rephrase that, which was one of the last people that joined us on this road to get healthy.
Yep. Yeah, Don's just thinking, yeah, I want to get healthy. Well, look at the effort put out there. I don't know. It's just really neat the way the whole thing works. And so I'm just super excited to work with you guys, watch you guys become professionals and build your skills and master your craft. You know, I mean, some people make coffee for a living, and some people, you know, deliver things, and some people fly airplanes. And, you know, what we do as health coaches is we learn to partner with other people in life and help them make it better. Talk about cool, right? I don't know. That's just great stuff. So thank you all for joining us tonight. Next week, of course, we're going to do this again. We won't do the JumpStart, but we're going to be talking about chapter 21, the fulfillment chapter. And then we're going to have a health coach training as well. I'm going to go through some basic skill sets on what does it mean to be a senior coach? What are the qualifications to do that, and a few other basic skill sets to make sure you guys have a little systems check, and a little bit of ideas on how to brand yourself on Facebook and use Facebook as a communication tool with our team. So we'll look forward to seeing you. And very lastly, and Cora, do you mind coming off your your mute and talking about your experiences with our community? Cora's been busting it up working out with us, and
wow,
it's so much
and
fun.
just a reminder, I'm not the Cora who's in labor at the moment.
No, clearly not.
Different one.
Yes.
No, it's been so cool. I get online, I get on my phone, I strap it to my little light, and I get on my treadmill, and there's all these people there on my phone with me working out, and it is so incredibly motivating. I said it last week. It's so much better than sitting with music in my ears.
So
there's just there's quiet time where people are just pedaling and doing what they're doing, but that's okay. It just makes me wanna get going even faster on my thing. So it's been a really great thing. So really everybody, whether you're on a treadmill or a hand bike, regular bike, whatever.
Yeah, so we have it 2 days a week, and basically, if you got to this meeting, you know how to get to the workout meetings. Monday, 7 a.m. Pacific, right? So that'd be 10 Eastern, and then we do a Friday afternoon. So Fridays at 4 p.m. And basically, we've got people from us. We had a guy from Australia tune in. We had Minnesota and Illinois and Atlanta. Those guys are pretty regulars. A couple guys here from Oregon and Washington. But you can tune anytime you can work out. If you have a stationary trainer or a elliptical machine or a treadmill of some sort, you can have a bicycle trainer. If you got a hand cycle, hey, we should ride. Wheelchair, whatever it is. But jump on there and work out with us. You'll get to meet some Olympians, some former Olympians, some world record holders, some great people. And we do a little workout, we talk, and we share life together. So you're welcome to join us Mondays or Fridays.
Well, that's you. So who else is on the call?
What's that?
You said Olympians, former Olympian, Olympic or world record holders. That's you. So who else is there?
Well, yeah. So I'm the one that makes those qualifications true. We do have a few other people that used to be pretty fast, but yeah, exactly. You have something to say, Alex?
I'm trying to figure out how you're going to get your big head out of your office. You have a bronze medalist on there too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, I'm just
It'll fit. I get double doors. So anyway, thanks so much for all your guys' support and all the hard work you do and how the care you have for other people. Because I know health coaching is not easy. It takes a lot of work and you have to build a lot of skills, but people are worth it. And so keep it up. Congratulations to all of you guys. Take care.